Happy birthdays as well. You always find the latest courtyard permanent solution. Out of the box.
Hello and welcome to Radio Waves by Todderbert. If you enjoy reviews, comparisons, band scans of new and classic portable radios, then make sure to subscribe and tap the bell icon so you don't miss any of my most excellent videos. In front of us, we have the Raddy RF757. This is an AM, FM stereo, VHF UHF, air, weather band, shortwave radio with Bluetooth, MP3 player, and app control. You can find this selling on Amazon USA for $69.99. This is a 10% off coupon, bringing the price down to $62.99. Not bad. What this is an adult version of this. A lot of people like this one. This is the Raddy RF320, and it has quite a bit to offer. I like it, but a lot of people don't like the design, so they came out with something like this. So these are pretty comparable as far as performance goes, except this is more of a matured format, should you say. Here's the box it comes in. There's illustration of the radio. As you can see, it looks pretty straight and normal, which is nice. A lot of people like that. More buttons, the merrier, right? Yeah, a lot of buttons to cover on this one. Took everything out of the box. Let's see what we get inside. So in the box, we get the star of the show. There we are. Cool. Love it. So with the radio, we get some cords. We get the charging cord. It's a Type-C to USB-A. Okay. We get a antenna. So I want to improve the reception. Clip this to a branch or something elevation. String up as high as you can. Plug it in. Nice. And then we have a pair of headphones, which I did not use. They're pretty inexpensive looking. We get some instructions. So if you're familiar with these radios, similar to the RF320 I showed you, they have an app control, which is nice. So you can actually control your radio from a sitting position if you don't want to sit there and hit the buttons on the radio. Now this radio isn't very big, so having app control probably not needed because you can do everything from the radio. Absolutely everything is on there. So you do not need to use the app control, but this is just convenient if you're on your phone. Anyway, but it shows you how to download it. There's different ways. Let's see if I can show you. I'll show you the app in action. And you can see how that works too as well. Works out real smooth. But yeah, it's just kind of a fold out for that. So we'll just throw that aside. Okay, what else we got? We got the regular manual, which I'm not going to really flip through too much because that really bogs down the video. So what we're going to do is just kind of maybe go to some interesting aspects. There's your FM bands right there. Now you have to choose number 2 if you live in the US to get the 10 kilohertz stepping. So when the radio's off, I think you press the sub-band button, and it gives you the choice of those 4. Yeah, so just pick the second one. So you get that medium wave step value of 10. So that's a big deal. Okay. So flip it through real quick. They're going to talk about all the buttons, which I'm going to do too. So yeah, if I miss something, they probably get this manual in a PDF format. If not, let me know, and I can always look it up for you guys. Not a big deal. A lot on that screen. That's what the screen is. It's a real long style format, and it displays quite a bit, though it doesn't have RDS for FM, which I'm surprised. So, but I am spending time on this manual, so we're just gonna, I'm just going through the pertinence there. There we go. I want to do some band coverages: FM, medium wave, shortwave, VHF UHF. As you can see, VHF UHF covers quite a bit, 25 megahertz all the way up to 999 megahertz. Wow. Airband full coverage. And of course, your weather band there separate. But yeah, it covers quite a bit. And of course, it has a sub-band button, which helps get you through the band quick. Plus, it has a step feature, which I'm going to show you. That's real nice. Actually, can let you quick tune or fine tune through the band as well. Again, more meter band substructures, how they have it formatted. There you go for VHF UHF as well. So you can quickly get through that. That's a lot to cover in there. Okay. Neat thing about this radio is it records. Yes, you can record your radio. Now, it does not record the Bluetooth. I tried. It only records the radio. So there is that. Some people are going to ask. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it for the radios. I'm going to go to the back here. Here we go. So we got the technical parameters. Okay, boom. There you go. And the final page. We'll be done with this. We'll go right to the radio and have some fun. Start talking about it. Okay, so there it is. Done with the manual. Pretty simple. Get rid of these cords. Stuff falling off the manual. Yep. Okay, great. So let's go ahead and zoom it on down. Okay. So, dimensions of the RF757. We have a length of 5 3/8 of an inch, a height of 3 3/8 of an inch. We have a depth of 1 1/4 of an inch. Now, there's protrusion on the back. That's the battery bay and speaker base reflex system. So that's what they did there. They saving case size by doing that. So there you are. Let's do a size comparison. I always like to do those. So I'm going to bring this up. Let's see. We have other radios to compare it to. Now, I already brought out its sibling. Okay, get an idea for size there. Cool thing about these two radios is this is powered by a 18650 flat top as well as this. Awesome. Loving that. So there's that radio. Now there are contenders in this marketplace, though there's not a huge competition, but there is competition. So there's the Lejani, believe it or not. This one here has been in works for quite a long time, the RD239. Some of you may own it. It has a lot of issues, growing pains, I'd call it. It runs on AA batteries, which is nice. This does not. This says 18650. This also runs on a BL5C. Again, this runs on 18650, so there's that. They do similar things. They cover a lot of the same things. This has UHF, this does not have UHF. But they both record the radio, which is fantastic. They both have Bluetooth and flashlights and all that fun stuff. But yeah, there's a little bit of competition in the marketplace for a radio that tries to do all the bands. They are cool. Yeah, I know there's no single sideband on it, but guess what? The next radio doesn't have it either. No, that's the Todderbert DX286. I'm only showing it because this is a true tuner's radio versus this radio. If you're looking for a AM/FM shortwave experience that's really good, the DX286 is going to outperform this radio by far. But this does more than just 3 bands. Got to remember that. This is weather alert. This has airband. This has VHF UHF. It goes a little far and beyond. Plus, it records. So, gotta love that. Does a lot. Has Bluetooth. Has MP3 player. Yeah. There you go. And two last things, actually. I do the currency test. There you go. Somebody wanted me to do the US note to the radio. To give you an idea. The radio is pretty compact. Almost covers the whole radio. Nice. And then, of course, a deck of cards. Iron Man. He the man with the master plan. He loves raddies from Chinaland. Dun, 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 dun. There you go, Iron Man. He likes to rock it out with raddies, man. Yeah, I love my raddy. I like raddy. I'm a fanboy as well. Okay, so some about features of the 757, then get to demoing because there's a lot to cover, but I'll go real quick. So we're gonna zoom it on down. Okay. So on the left-hand side, we got LED. There's a switch on the back of the radio that you can move to an on position, which turns that LED on. And there we go, we got light. Woohoo! Now if I turn it to the SOS position, it fires a siren and flashes a light. I'm not going to display that, but it's loud enough to get people's attention if this is an emergency radio and you're stuck with it. So it does have that emergency style aspect to it. SOS alarm, flashlight, weather alert. So it does have some things. Dust magnet. So anyway, going to the front of the radio, you can see there's like 2-tone plastics. You got black and you got this gunmetal gray. I think that's pretty cool. We got the model number there. Nice. We have the screen, which we can permanently light up, which I think I'm going to do. On the preset button here, it has a little light bulb icon. Press and hold that. I think hit it again. While that's on, I think. Yeah. There we go. On. So the backlight will be on all the time. Sweet. So as you can see when the radio's off, you get the temperature. You can toggle that with the first button here with the Bluetooth symbol. As you can see, it's got a little mercury symbol there. You can hit that button. It just shows the day of the week. Hit it again, and it shows the temperature. Press and hold it to change it to Celsius or back to Fahrenheit. Our date, October 1st, 2024. Shows we have a TF card installed. It shows our app is engaged, so the phone is on with the radio. Nice. Shows the backlight's on. Of course, our local time is 11:53 at Central Daylight Time. I'm near Chicago, Illinois, USA for sake of any band scans. Battery life indicator. We turn the radio on. Click Bluetooth. Let's go to a radio station. Here we are. Let's turn this down here. While it's on, you can see, I think I can mute it. Pause play. There we go. So you can see it's got demodulation there. It's got volume control below it, shows squelch on or off, mainly just for the airband. To be honest with you, squelch in this radio isn't fantastic. I'll probably go over that a few times. What EQ mode you're on right there. You got 6 EQ settings. Bandwidth, the bandwidth on this radio, it only has FM and VHF. Now that might turn off a lot of people. I'm hoping that medium wave and shortwave is an updatable feature in the future, but right now it's FM and VHF only. And I guess it's better than nothing, because I think the other radio, that 320 I showed you, doesn't have any. So yeah, there's that. Signal noise ratio and signal strength right there. Below there you can show it's muted, app control is on, radio mode, what band you're on, frequency, nice big numbers. I like that. Nice and clear too, by the way. Right here, and then yeah, rocking. So we'll go ahead and just turn the radio back off and do our time. Now we're going to cover the buttons as quickly as possible and yeah, go from there. So as you can see, we have a lock button. You know what the best probably bet is to just zoom it down and use a pointer. Yeah. So we'll just try to cover this as best I can. So if you want to just fast forward this, definitely fast forward like probably 3 minutes. We have a Bluetooth icon, so you hit this button to get to Bluetooth and to MP3 player. And of course, those little things I showed you for the temperature. We have a pause play function, mute function, Bluetooth off function. If you don't want the app to control it anymore, you can press it to disengage it. And of course, record. That's important. So if you're on the radio, tap it to start recording, tap it to stop recording. Preset button. This is awesome. Hit that to get into preset mode. Hit it again to exit back to frequency mode. Preset mode, if you're in that mode, if you press and hold, it'll give you a flashing icon showing you where it's going to save the preset. Usually it's the next available opening. Hit it again and confirm, or you can change the position with the arrow keys here. So yeah, you can, and then you can manually save presets, which is fantastic. You saw a light icon. Subband button does quite a bit. If you look at the subband button, it has a little folder icon there. Subband button, of course, does the meter bands I showed you, for the shortwave, cycling through VHF, UHF, airband, and I believe even FM it controls. But the subband button also has the folder, which allows you to do repeat functions while you're on the MP3 player. So you got repeat all, repeat one, repeat file, and repeat random. So if you have or file, I'm thinking folders. It said file in the book, but yeah, repeat folder, repeat random, which is nice. So yeah, while off, you can choose the FM band, like I mentioned, the 4 different bands. You want the second one if you're in the US. So yeah, remember that, guys, or anybody with 10 kilohertz stepping. Important. And yeah, so I think I covered that with that button. So boom. And I think to get to your recorded files, you press and hold that as well. We got numeric keypad, direct enter frequencies. You hit enter. This is the enter button down here. Enter the frequency you desire and enter again. Now, this cool thing is we do have backlighting for the keys. Isn't that wonderful? I love that. I'll try to demo that while I'm running the radio. So yeah, we got that. We got delete function for the presets. Now on presets, you do get 200 per band, which is pretty excessive if you think about it. You get 200 on AM, FM, shortwave, VHF, UHF, airband. So there you go. That's how it's broken up. And you get 1,000 total. Boom. You have squelch and FM stereo toggling on and off. Again, squelch isn't fantastic. It's not something you're probably going to end up using. I find I have to turn it off if I'm scanning the airband. Alarm set, time set, alarm clock set. So you have your bandwidth control. Bandwidth only on VHF, UHF, and FM, like I mentioned. But it does work very well on FM to get you faint signals. I like it a lot. And of course, you enter key. Your volume control, up and down. Incremental tuning controls. You fast forward, rewind, track forward, track back. These do quite a bit. So you got your browse function as well. Mod, it's for your EQ. So you can change your different tonal qualities. And then down here we got a power and sleep function. And our band button. If you look here, it says scan. So if you press and hold the band, so if you're on FM and you press and hold this, of course it auto scans and saves anything it finds. It'll overwrite your presets, I believe. And of course, that's what that does. And of course, in your weather alert mode, if you're on the weather band, of course, there's only 7 channels. So you press and hold and it goes into weather alert. All right, great. I might have missed a couple things, but I covered those pretty quick. Right inside of the radio, we got the headphone jack. Headphone experience is not ideal. Low level, it has noise, like a ticking sound or multiple ticking sounds. It's from the display. It's kind of annoying. And I don't hear it when the radio's turned up, so there's that. But yeah, not a great experience for that reason. If you like to listen to low volume, I do. But if you're listening to moderate volume, you won't notice it, and it sounds fantastic. Stereo sounds great on this radio, and everything playing through it sounds fantastic. Here we have the Type-C input, 5 volts, 1 amp in. I noticed it was charging about 1.3 amps on a dead battery. Here we have, it looks like a little USB icon and a speaker. So if you plug this into a computer, you have access to your micro SD card, and it turns into an audio source for the speaker, audio for the computer. Just kind of neat. If you don't have any audio to your PC, you can use this to run audio. Top of the radio, we have a DX local switch, external antenna. That's for anything that the whip does. So VHF, UHF, FM, airband, weather alert, or weather, you get it. Micro SD card slot. We're almost through here, guys. Snooze, step function. This will allow me to quick tune or slow tune the radio. A quick encoder for getting through the band. For tuning, just goes. You just roll your finger on the back side of it. Kind of convenient. It's not bad. The whip antenna is a 24-inch. Forgot to mention the speaker size is 40 millimeter. Yeah, 1.5 inches, but it booms. It's got a speaker baffle on the back that just rocks. Look at that bass. It's got a big magnet on there, and it's got a baffle there. Switch you saw to turn the light on and SOS mode. Our kickstand with all our frequency information. You can pause and freeze on that. This opens up nicely, and it's a nice size. Behind the battery compartment, we have a 18650 flat top, 2500 milliamp hour variety. I love a flat top battery because you can put in almost anything. I recommend, you can go online. These Jazz Pals I reviewed, these are pretty good. They're about 3000 milliamp hour, so you can do a little upgrade on the cheap. If you want to go to the 18650 battery store, you can get yourself like an LG cell like this one, the MJ1. I forget what the capacity is this, but I want to say it's over 3000. So rock in. All right. So yeah, let's go ahead and talk about FM reception, and then we'll start the demo. So FM reception report, we're doing a 5-tier method. Fair, okay, good, very good, excellent. So 5 stars is the best, 1 star being the worst. This scored I believe a good to very good, 3.5. Very good on the FM band. So it gets a 4-star rating. It found 80 stations, which is well above average. Average for an analog radio is 48 in my area. So that's excellent. And then very good on the selectivity. So a 4-star overall rating on FM. Rock on. So let's turn it on. Our weather band. Let me bring this up and show you the app in action too as well. Gonna have some fun. So here we are on the weather band. Here's my app running. I'm gonna hook up a little wire here. Just me touching it's making a change. So I'm using like a T1 Kato wire here. I'm just gonna clip it on instead of hooking it to the jack. Just keep it out of the way. There we go. Cool. Got volume here. Or we can control the volume from the app.
Wednesday through Tuesday, breezy southwest winds are expected Wednesday afternoon and night. Gusts are expected to reach small craft advisory levels in nearshore waters north of Milwaukee.
Tune it.
For tonight, again, the forecast night, mostly clear in the evening. Highs in the lower 70s.
Quite a bit. Wow. Cool.
Friday night, mostly clear.
Could bring this up a little higher.
Lows around 50 in the suburbs to the mid-50s downtown. Saturday, sunny. Highs in the mid-70s.
Press and hold
Saturday night,
the band button for alert.
Evening.
So it goes into alert mode. Showing alert on the phone as well. Press and hold to disengage the alert mode.
In the morning,
It scans all 7 channels while it does that.
Sunday night, mostly clear. Lows in the upper 40s.
Pause for the audio.
Monday, mostly sunny.
Pause. Mute.
Highs in the mid-60s.
Press hold.
Monday night, mostly clear.
Starts recording.
Lows in the mid-40s in the suburbs, but around 50 downtown. Tuesday, mostly sunny. Highs in the upper 60s. And now the marine portion of the forecast for southern Lake Michigan. Sheboygan, Wisconsin to Pentwater, Michigan north. Rest of tonight. Northwest winds 10 to 20 knots.
Okay, let's explore some more. So yeah, the band. We'll hit the band button.
West 5 to 10 knots late. Waves 2 to 4 feet.
Recording still.
1 to 3 feet. Wednesday, southwest.
Tap to stop recording.
20 knots becoming south at
Let's do a sound demo. So we're going to go ahead and go to our MP3 player.
Building to 7 to
And then we're going to tap it again.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
So So we're just going to pause it. Now the cool thing about the MP3 player is it remembers the track you're on and the position within the track. Rock on. So if you got a nice long podcast you're listening to saved to your micro SD card, you can definitely pause it halfway through and it'll remember anywhere you are when you turn the radio off, when you go to different bands. It's fantastic. Glad, good feature. Good job, guys.
You crazy mother.
So we'll do this for about a minute or so.
Duffy's Tavern, where the elite meet the Archie the manager speaking. Is the world at the shit? What? Yeah, we should work them. Okay, Duffy. Eddie.
Yes?
Eddie, when was the last time this place was cleaned up?
I don't know. I'm Eddie Green, not Elephant.
Eddie, stop gold bricking. We got to clean up.
That's cool. So there you go. There's a little demo. Now we'll try to go through the bands real quick and do some final thoughts. So let's go ahead and switch over to, I don't know what's next, probably FM. We'll browse.
The evening and the morning, I would take a walk around.
Therefore, I will well content.
Peace in me, faith, hope, and love. Teach
civilian communities in the center of our country, and then our Air Force was able to hit back targets which are 1,800 kilometers in concrete, because I'm not weaker than the air defenses we saw last night exhibited.
To bear. The law was a yoke that
as we saw last night exhibited here in Israel, when most of
no mother's love,
I'll hit my knees, oh Lord, that sings my soul. Breaking through the ceiling, never too far. We don't know, but I can't play this game. Otras pieles, ojalá que otro me la consuele.
That's a cool song.
He winds up taking the loss. He was knocked out in the no runs. He looked like a Cy Young Award winner, which he is bound to be.
Absolutely. Certified ace. Both those guys were. Scoopel just was better today. Saw him up to 100 miles an hour. 3 pitches working for him. He was phenomenal.
Tigers managed 10.
Forgets what I lost. Yeah. And I don't know what it was. Living up in my mind, trying to do it. Correct and whip. Some hearts stay broke, some hearts don't.
Okay, it's FM. We're gonna run out of time, but that's okay. It might run a little longer, but we're gonna.
But it's more important for her to raise money instead for herself and for her campaign. At least there was a random act of journalism in the press corps of the White House, which led to Biden being...
Now, on daytime, the medium wave, it's okay. It's great on locals, okay on some semi-locals. The automatic gain control feature is very slow acting, so it'll start out very quiet and work its way up very slowly to an audible level. It's kind of something to get used to. Let's just scroll up here. There's Nashville. Again, slow acting AGC even in the evenings. You can make out the music.
Cool to see all the. It's way better. It is so much better. Anybody like there's make or break things in terms of
so here's 670 the score. That's WSCR Chicago local.
Things like if you believe this, I cannot be friends with you. I can't jive with you, man. If you're someone who thinks it.
Walls. You said you were in Hong Kong during the deadly Tiananmen Square protests in the spring of 1989.
My intuitive sense is that over the phone, Jim often...
Union. I play French horns. None of them call me. I figure it's a record band.
So you can record this if you want. This is Old Time Radio on 780 WBBM, Chicago.
Honey,
I'm looking for a man named Martin Chambers.
what do you want him for?
Talk to him?
Up.
No?
Day that guy moved in, I had him pegged for a gigolo. His hair was too curly.
Some women like that.
Not me. I used to have to chase him around the swimming pool to get his rent.
You're using the past. Where is he now?
Forest lawn.
What?
Okay, a good different band. Shortwave. Yay. So sub bands. Full coverage. We'll go to preset. Shows the preset we're on, 16. We'll just scroll through these.
Is so deeply embedded in Christian theology that the handful of Protestant denominations that reject it
muy común, muy corriente y sobre todo que gusta mucho escuchar esperanza de que realmente hayan cambios en...
Same thing. We're guilty of the same things. So when you just went...
I want to testify about
Cuba. Five megahertz.
Yes, in this new world, yes, it does. And those people will be...
CHU Canada. Okay, switch and expand. Get an idea. Shortwave's pretty good. Shortwave, you can pick up quite a bit. Like I said, it's full band coverage from 3.2 megahertz. I shouldn't say full band. It starts at 3.2, which isn't as low as 2.3 or 1.7, but it's pretty close. It gets enough done. CHU, picking that up, that's nice. Pick up a lot. Probably could spend more time on this than ever, which I probably will do a band scan. As you can see, it's following frequency with the app here. And it's not interfering, too. The radio is right by this, which is nice. So it's not causing any issue. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and switch to a different band here. So we got airband. Okay, so airband's interesting. What I'm going to do airband is make sure I'm in preset mode. Right now I'm in the AM modulation mode. I'm going to set it to preset mode, and I'm going to use these, and you can actually hear it as it steps. Let's go ahead and do it. Turn it up. Let's see if we can pick up anything. So I just missed that, but it happens. You have to go back to get it. It's kind of like a poor man's scanner. But there's transmissions. You can hear them. I'm just not catching them fast enough. During the day, you're going to have a lot more activity. But that's how you do it. You set them up, you save them, then that's how you scan them. And you leave squelch off, because squelch is really no good. You can engage the squelch here. Oh, you can hear them. Faint transmission. Hoping to pick up something, but that's okay. But that's how the airband works. Really cool. Again, I'll try to do that during the day. Okay, let's go expand. We got UHF, VHF. Here I just have a couple presets. Same thing, you can go preset mode. Scan through them. I got some fire ones. So it's like 3. Is it 4, 5? I got 5. So I can sit here and hold this until I hear something. You can do ham frequencies too. It's just at 2 meters right now. There's gonna be nobody on. Alright, but there's a lot to cover on VHF, UHF. Tons. A cool thing, if you want to go quickly, you hit the step button. And it flashes the number of the part of the frequency you're going to change. So you can quick tune right now. Whoops. Gotta do that quicker than that. There we go. Maybe it's the encoder button. Yeah, it's awesome. Alright. Oh, hello. So exit preset mode, and then use your step function. Yeah, there's a lot to remember on the radio. Okay, there we go. So now we can step through really quickly, all the way up, UHF, and all the way down. And of course, you can move this to wherever you want, position-wise. If you want to fine-tune, you can go all the way down. And it tunes, I believe it, yeah, this is its finest increment right here. So you get the idea. That works with all the bands as well. So, covered that. And I don't know what else we have left. Let's see.
Here are some observations from around
we're done.
the Midwest.
Okay, cool. So we'll go ahead and just...
it was partly cloudy with a temperature of 47.
We'll mute that. All right, we'll leave that on. See, I got the app control going. Got my Iron Man for my color balance. I can disconnect this now. All right. Whoop. that went behind the thing. It's got a little notched area here. There you go. Okay, I must have turned it off. I did. Okay, so yeah, it's all cool. I'm loving it. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about what I like, what I don't like, and then final thoughts if you're still hanging around, right? And I guess I'll stay in the frame. So the RF757, final thoughts. Okay, what do I like about this radio? The speaker. It sounds fantastic for a little 1.5 inch 40 millimeter, didn't it? I love it. You got an FM. I could have stayed on FM forever. EQ mode. You saw the different 6 EQ modes. Fantastic. It really helps. Now, if you're on medium wave and shortwave, you can't adjust the bandwidth, which is unfortunate. But you can use the EQ to help you out. You can lower it, increase the tone, and sometimes you can get fainter signals that way. So keep that in mind if you're buying this radio and you're stuck with no bandwidth. So that's something to think about. Again, this radio is kind of replacing this one, making an adult version. Just keeping that in mind. This didn't have those options as well. But maybe they'll add them later. I hope they do. It'd be fantastic. I love the flat top batteries it takes. Heck yeah, 18650s. You can get these anywhere. I love that. So you can even take apart a computer laptop and reclaim batteries and put it in here. Fantastic. Bluetooth MP3 player is solid. I love that. Airband is actually really good during the day, guys. You'll hear quite a bit. Trust me, it's that sensitive. Sensitive on FM and VHF, UHF as well, and the weather band. And shortwave. It browses well and it catches faint stations on the browse, which is a big bonus for me. Let's see what else I like about this. Recording. Hello. Recording is fantastic. I didn't do any playback of the recordings, but you get the idea. Light always on is nice. Nice display. I'm happy with the amber backlighting and key lighting. I was doing that in the dark, as you noticed, and it looked good, and it's usable. So yeah, definitely the way to go. The USB-C charging is really nice. Able to hook up to a PC, again, is nice. Of course, it takes external antennas. Bonus. You just plug it right in. This one does not have that feature. This has a flashlight. This has the SOS alarm, weather alert. Okay, so quite a bit I like about it. What I want, bandwidth for medium wave, shortwave. Please add that. I want that. I want this radio updatable from the SD card slot as well. So if they have any kind of firmware update, if they can include it for the micro SD card, that would be fantastic. I don't know if they have that or it has the ability to do that, but I hope it does. So we're almost done with the video. I wish it had RDS. I wish it had 1 kHz tuning on medium wave. It does not have that. It only has 9 or 10 kilohertz, unfortunately. And fix the headphones. At low noise, there's that noise. Try to filter that better. It's definitely getting noise from the display on the headphones, which is weird because I don't hear it on the speaker. You'd think you'd hear both. So overall, what kind of recommendation do I give it? I give it a big maybe because around $63 on sale, it's not too bad, but there's some good contenders out there. I mean, you got the Josen, which is the AM/FM shortwave superstar. I mean, it does some more things, but it's competing against amazing radio already. You're going to get more runtime out of this, of course, and a lot more features, but this is your tuner's radio. This is more of a guy who wants to do a little bit of everything, dabble with radio. So dabbling, serious. Dabble, serious. You get the idea? Yeah. Fun, serious. This can be fun, but it's also serious. This is DX. It's the reason why it has DX in the title. Definitely. So there's that, the competition. So it's something to think about when you're buying it. So I think it's a big maybe for me because of that. One reason is the competition. Otherwise, a pretty solid radio. Waiting for a few extra additions, and it'll probably get extreme upvote. But right now, it gets a maybe recommendation. And overall, it's not a bad radio. I like it. It's built well. Everything seems fit and finished nice. The buttons feel good to press. They're raised up nicely. Okay, just a good little radio. Yeah, I'm happy with it. I think I'd be happy with it too. Again, Amazon, I got paid links down below if you want to use them. Awesome, it supports the channel. So if you like these videos, Raddies, and want to see more band scans, maybe with this radio, subscribe with the bell icon, get notified of those. And of course, 3, comment below what you think about the Raddy RF757. Is it just lacking a few features for you? Is the price a little high? Would you rather have a what do you call it, R108 Ceodon? You know what those are. It's, again, a tuner's radio. Or do you like the idea of having VHF, UHF, along with all the other bands? I mean, it's pretty amazing. What I was picking up police signals out of Chicago with this. So yeah, really neat. Tell me what you guys think. I'd like to hear what your comments are. All right, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in my next awesome video.